Welcome to this Shakti Talk on karma and the choice between ego reaction and God conscious action. There is a sacred kind of wisdom that begins to open inside you when you start to see that your inner state determines the quality of every action you take. Each moment in your life quietly invites you to either react through the ego's conditioning or to respond from the stillness of divine awareness. When your heart becomes steady and quiet, the path in front of you feels illuminated from within, and you can sense a deeper guidance moving through you. Your actions begin to arise naturally from presence rather than personal will, and what flows through you becomes aligned with the intelligence that is shaping the universe itself. This harmony reveals itself when energy is guided by consciousness, and consciousness rests in its own eternal source. When choices are driven by personal preferences, the pull of I like or I don't like, the mind separates itself from the wholeness of creation. This separation is the origin of karma. The ego mind that is shaped by long-held emotional memories reaches toward pleasure and avoids discomfort, always searching outside itself for fulfillment. Each attachment plants the seed of the repetitive karmic reincarnation of suffering. Every reaction, avoidance, or clinging to an expected outcome builds momentum in the cycle of cause and effect. Without realizing it, the ego recreates the same experiences again and again, keeping you ensnared in believing that this next situation, this next achievement, this next relationship will finally bring you peace, the peace that you long for. But as you start to recognize this pattern, something remarkable begins to happen. Awareness starts to detach from identification with these old emotional memory patterns, and you begin to see them as elusive movements of energy rather than truth. Reactions that once felt automatic start to lose their charge because the light of consciousness has touched them. You begin to sense that your awareness is never the thought or the emotion, but the open presence in which every thought and emotion appears. Through that shift, the energy that once fed the cycle of karmic memory stress transforms into clarity, vitality, and freedom. Every time you feel the impulse to react and instead choose to rest in awareness, a new vibration is created. Awareness softens the intensity of your preferences and brings you into the middle point, the sacred neutral axis that rests beyond attraction and aversion. This middle point is where divine will and human experience meet. In this place, the inner conflict dissolves. There is only the grace of what is needed in each moment. Action arises, not from desire, but from wholeness. What flows through you is what truly serves the highest good. This is the essential difference between ego-driven action and God-conscious action. In ego-driven action, life becomes a search for something to complete you. In God-conscious action, you feel the completeness that is already present. You act to express what is overflowing within you rather than to gain something from the outer world. This fulfillment arises from the higher self, the divine presence that breathes through every living being. When you rest in this communion, your actions become effortless. You no longer worry about whether something is right or wrong, because awareness itself becomes the source of right action. To live this way is to live yoga at its deepest level. Yoga is the union of consciousness and energy, breath and awareness. It is the higher and lower mind in harmony. Your breath becomes the bridge between these dimensions. When you breathe deeply and naturally, awareness descends from the head into the body, touching every cell with presence. A shallow breath keeps energy trapped in the chest and head, where thoughts keep circling without grounding. A deep belly breath activates the vagus nerve and awakens the parasympathetic response, restoring balance. This allows the higher mind of awareness to guide the lower mind of instinct, dissolving the illusion of separation within you. As this balance returns, prana life force energy begins to move freely again. The mind grows quieter, the heart softens, the body feels at home. The inner and outer world stop feeling separate. You begin to live in a flow that is not an escape from life, but a deeper participation with it. Even simple actions become sacred offerings. Every word, every movement becomes an expression of divine presence. Karma dissolves because the sense of personal doer dissolves. Awareness acts through you. The journey from divided to undivided awareness is the essence of awakening. A divided state keeps you trapped in time, reliving the past or anticipating the future. An undivided state brings you fully into the now, where life reveals itself as it truly is. Attachments lose their anchors, desires lose their intensity, and what remains is the quiet freedom of your true nature. Think of how many times you have longed for approval or validation. That longing can feel powerful enough to shape your entire identity. Yet it comes from emotional memory, not from your essence. When approval is not given, the ego reacts with hurt or insecurity, believing its worth is conditional. But when you rest in divine awareness, a new possibility opens. You can feel the waves of emotion rise, yet you remain steady in the deep presence within. The reaction dissolves like mist in warm sunlight. What is left is clarity, strength, and compassion. This is how karma ends. Awareness transforms the energy of attachment into wisdom. Instead of searching for worth in the world, you discover that worth is your nature. Your compass turns inward to the divine heart. This is liberation, the freedom to live without the weight of the past shaping every breath, every moment. As awareness stabilizes, gratitude becomes natural. Life feels like grace revealing itself moment by moment. Relationships feel lighter and clearer. Work becomes service. Each moment becomes an offering to the presence that lives within you and through you. I'm Shakti, and everything I share comes from the grace I have received through the path of yoga, devotion, and especially through the teachings and blessings of my beloved yoga master, Gurudev Sri Amarji. His energetic transmission awakened in me the most profound understanding that emotional memory can dissolve and the heart can return to its natural state of peace. Through Shakti Talks and Shakti Yoga Nidra, I help others experience this same release and return to presence or the remembrance of their self. These guided journeys are living currents of consciousness designed to unwind the layers of suffering and guide you home to the stillness of your heart. My purpose is to support you in returning to your wholeness, the wholeness that has always been your true nature. If this speaks to you, please like and subscribe to my channel, Shakti Talks, and I look forward to being with you again soon.